FIM Gauthier Paulin. Come with me to watch the highlights of the race.
Here's what happened at round 9 of the FIM MX2 Motocross World Championship at Teuschenthal in Germany. Ken Roczen got off to the perfect start, much to the delight of the 40,000 plus spectators here that came to cheer him on. Mike Crass went down at the second corner and he would not rejoin the race. Christophe Charlier found himself in a battle for 8th position with Antonio Boutron. Eventually he found a way through and eventually finished in 9th position. Up front though is Ken Roczen, number 94, being followed by his teammate Jeffrey Hurlings, number 84. Tommy Searle was 3rd and stayed there every lap of the race. Arnold Toner started in 4th position, but then he had a problem with a loose clutch lever after going down in a corner and it wouldn't disengage properly. So in the end, it was Gauthier Paulin who found a way past into 4th position. Zach Osborne, who's riding with Epstein-Barr virus, eventually finished in 5th, but it was a great win for Ken Roczen in Moto number 1 on home soil. In MX2, race 2, Ken Roczen got off to another good start, closely followed by the number 21 of Gauthier Paulin and Tommy Searle, who lost a couple of positions going through the first turn. But then towards the halfway round the first lap, Ken Roczen went down and would remount in around about 12th or 13th position. That handed the lead to the 21 of Gauthier Paulin. Arnold Tonus was 2nd, but was soon passed by his teammate, 338 Zach Osborne, who then came under pressure and was passed by the number 100 of Tommy Searle. A couple of laps later, Searle was then passed after a titanic battle with the number 84 of Jeffrey Hurlings. Searle fought back immediately though, and eventually found a way through and got back into 2nd. So it was Gauthier Paulin from Tommy Searle and Jeffrey Hurlings. Just after the halfway stage, Ken Roczen found a way to close down his teammate, number 84 Hurlings, and then he moved into 3rd place. And that would be enough to win the Grand Prix, but it was a win for Paulin.
In der Kristalltrophäe des Siegers ist die Rot verborgen, die rote Farbe verborgen. Und die steht ja auch für den WM-Leader von Kenny.
In the MX1 first race, all eyes were on Tony Cairoli, but it was Evgeny Bobryshev on the Honda World Motocross Honda that stormed into the lead with Cairoli and Nagel just behind in 2nd and 3rd. Barragan and Steve Ramon got into each other, and that was for around about 9th position early on. And then Barragan moved up into past the number 24 of Sean Simpson, and that moved him into 9th place. Stephen Frossard, he battled from 4th position, but Christophe Pourcel, returning from the US, found himself with no points in the first moto. But Bobryshev was running away with it at the front of the field. Cairoli, having made a mistake from 2nd, eventually found his way back past Stephen Frossard to climb into 3rd position. He then went after his teammate Max Nagel, which he would eventually do and claim 2nd. David Philipparts had no back brake in the closing stages of the race. He would eventually drop down to 9th position as Cairoli moved into 2nd, but it was a win for Bobryshev, his first ever in MX1. The final race of the day, MX1 race 2, and once again Tony Cairoli got a good start with Evgeny Bobryshev, the winner from Moto number 1, close behind in 2nd place. But about 4 corners later, Cairoli went wide, and that allowed the Russian through into the lead. At the start of lap 2, Cairoli tried to make a move on the Russian, but made a mistake and went down after hitting the rear wheel. Clement de Sal started in 5th position, and then he had Cairoli to battle with, who started to fight his way through past Rui Gonçalves for third position. And then eventually his teammate in probably the move of the day when he went from one side of the track to the other and squared off his teammate and moved into second position. He then set about Evgeny Bobryshev, who had amassed around about a 7-second advantage at the head of the field. Clément de Sale then went through on Max Nagel to go third in the race. And on the final lap, this is how close it was between Cairoli and Bobryshev. Cairoli just ran in a bit too hot, but it was an overall victory for Bobryshev.